Good morning, everyone. So what are we doing today? Where are we going? Well, there is a street festival today on 5th Avenue. And we're going to go to 5th Avenue and we're going to go check it out. But before we go to 5th Avenue, we're going to walk down Gelston Avenue. And I don't think I've ever showed you guys Gelston Avenue. So I'm going to show it to you today. Gelston Avenue, it is a street that runs from 94th Street, which is where I just started on my back. And we're heading down towards 86th Street. And that's pretty much the whole length of Gelston Avenue. And not like the name implies, it is a one-way street. So it's not a two-way avenue, but that is the name of the street, Gelston Avenue. So we'll take a stroll down here so you guys can see what it looks like. It's one of those streets less traveled. So now you guys get to see it. As far as the street festival, today is the Fun on 5th. Ooh, looks like this car's had better days. Look at that. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Before I saw that hole in the window. Oh yeah, the Fun on 5th Street Festival. And that street festival runs from about 84th Street down to 69th Street. Now, we've only done one street festival so far this year, and interestingly enough, it was on 5th Avenue. We did the 5th Avenue Festival, what they call the Fabulous 5th. And that's on the other end of 5th Avenue. That's the Park Slope end. We're now on the Bay Ridge end of 5th Avenue. I hope everyone is doing well. It is June 1st. We'll talk about June 1st because it does not feel like June 1st. We continue to have this really cool, chilly weather up here in the Northeast. Some more of these small row houses. So yeah, the temperature right now is 62. Should be 72 at this point, at this time of the day and time of the calendar. But you know, we've been having some really cool weather, and I'm definitely not complaining. I actually love it. It's comfortable. I mean, it has been really comfortable the last several days. Feels more like fall, not late spring. The temperature is supposed to get up to close to 70 today, so we'll see. Sun and clouds, that's the weather forecast. I did wear a jacket because it is really chilly down on the coast, which we're not that far from the coast right now, but there's a raw wind coming in off the ocean. But now it's the sun is out. It's a little warmer now. But they say that the weather will get hotter by the end of this week, close to 90. So we'll start finally getting out of this northeast type airflow with all these storms that have been coming through. We've been getting some weird, like, nor'easter type storms. It's kind of late for that. It's way late. If you're wondering, we are in the Bay Ridge section of Brooklyn, but we're on the very end of Bay Ridge right now. We're going to be going deeper into Bay Ridge. This right here is 88th Street. We're coming to the end of Gelston. We're going to hit 86th Street and we're going to make a left. All right, so now we're getting close. So, like I said, 5th Avenue is right here on the next block on my left, and then the street festival starts right around 84th Street and goes all the way down to Bay Ridge Avenue. So we'll see what it's like. We didn't go last year, but we went the year before. If you go back, that was the very first street festival I think we went to on the channel. That was when I had just started the channel a couple of years ago. It was the very first street festival we ever did, and we wound up doing a lot that year. So let's I guess we're gonna come full circle. We're gonna come full circle and we're gonna do it again 2 years later. You know what? Let's get the cross now. Crossing against the crosswalk. Well, there was a red light, so. And I don't know if I mentioned this, it is quite windy today. It's been quite windy for days. Right, and I can see the street is closed. They actually have it closed at 85th Street. So that's one block closer than it's planned. So, you know, we're gonna do my normal format for these. If you're new to the channel, what I do is I walk through real slow one way, and then we come back quick. Maybe we'll keep it that way. I was gonna go and then maybe come. Maybe we'll check out some of the sidewalks, but we'll see. We shall see. So, but we are here now. Here we are. All right, so we have made it onto our second street festival. Fun on 5th in Bay Ridge. With some music coming out of the T-Mobile van. Oh, here we go. You see a lot of stuff, the usual merchandise, flea market type of stuff, and food.
I got it.
And also down here, unlike the other street festivals, they close the streets. We'll see if that's continued all the way down, but you know, this is one of those street festivals that close all the side streets, so you don't have to worry about crossing side streets. In a couple of weeks, we will have the 7th Avenue Festival in Park Slope. What's up, guys? If you're wondering what time it is 12, high noon. Got the ice cream guy. All right, we made it to 82nd Street. As you can see, there's a good amount of people on the streets. So you can see it's kind of spaced out. It's not as crowded as the usual street festivals we're used to. This is one of the smaller ones in the sense of, well, it's not as long as the big ones. And it's definitely not going to have as many food options as the big ones. Like you remember Fifth Avenue, and then when 7th Avenue comes up, there's like blocks and blocks of food tents, and here's mostly like merchandise and stuff. Look like they're selling a lot of watches over here. Man, I can't remember the last time I wore a watch. That is a thought, like I can't tell you the last time I wore a watch. It had to be before I had a cell phone. The Grelito truck. You know who I haven't seen yet? There's two stands I haven't seen yet. And that is the popcorn lady that was, if you remember, like last year and the year before, there was that, it looked like the mother and daughter was running that popcorn stand. I haven't seen them. Looks like they're getting ready to do some live music. And then the other is the, we saw the cotton candy. We did see the cotton candy lady a couple of weeks ago. And then Lucy has she has a couple of her stands, it looks like, right here. So. I'm gonna stop right here and get some people. It's Lucy's. She's got a couple of stands going.
Imagine the outfit.
I am walking really slow. Here is Skinflint's. They have the American flag draped over the building. I will turn it around in a moment. There you go. They do that all year during the warm months, and then during Christmas they have the Christmas decorations for the winter months. Some food over here.
Get the doggy.
Choco Bomb. That's new. Let's see what it's all about. Does it have something to do with chocolate? Here's the menu. Espresso. Basically it looks like a coffee. Espresso coffee and Danish stuff. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Here it is. I told you. There's our cotton candy truck. There you go, guys. This is the other side.
Arepa, chicharrón, alcapurria, arepa, arepa. All the cheese.
Setting up over here, they got a stage. All right, we've made it to 77th Street.
Get a free code on window and door, please.
We are coming up on 75th Bay Ridge Parkway, so I would imagine that street is open. That's a street they cannot close. That is a very busy two-way throughway that goes through Brooklyn. So when we get over there, we'll have to probably stop if there's a light. Got another band setting up here. I'm always wondering about the bands, right? Because this starts at 10 o'clock. It's already after 12 right now, and it ends at 6, right? So you got to be off the street by 6. They start opening, well, I don't know if they open the streets right away, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is by the time they set up and they're ready to go and they finish, they play a few songs and they're done. Look, Bravo EMS volunteer ambulance. Stella's. All right, so we've made it to 75th. We got, looks like we got a few more blocks of this. I guess when we get onto the other ends, what we'll do is we will come back a lot faster. All right, we got the light. A little noisy. This block looks a little empty. If I was Gino's, I'd put some tables out. Try to get some people to sit down and buy your food. They're very popular anyway. I don't think they need the extra publicity. All right, so from Bay Ridge Parkway to 74th, pretty empty. Not a lot of stuff going on over here. Looks like they got a one of those rock climbing things all the way at the end, so we're gonna see that when we get down there. There you go, Mr. Softy Truck. The original Mr. Softy.
And sauce.
Yeah, the action is definitely thins out all the way down here. We are getting close. They do have some rides down here. We're going to see the rides when we get down on that next block there. So we start off the month of June with a street festival. Today is June 1st. We finished May. So we are getting into the thick of it. I am hoping we get some thunderstorms. We had a pretty intense storm line come through 2 nights ago, but it was at 3 in the morning. But we have not had a lot of storms. We've had rain. But it's been mostly that kind of like drizzly, moderate rain. Nothing heavy. We haven't had like the heavy downpours that I like to walk in. Looks like nobody's rock climbing. So this is all you got on this end right here. And then the street down to Bay Ridge Avenue, 69th Street is closed, but there is nothing on that street. I guess we'll start our walk back. I was saying, I really hope I can get some storm stuff in. I have done some storm photography this year. It's because a lot of the storms have been out in the distance. We've had a lot of storms miss us. So I've been doing a lot of storm photography. But I have not been able to do any video work. Here's what we'll do. We will walk on the sidewalk up until 75th, Bay Ridge Parkway. And then we will get back into the street. Give you guys a different look. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. I have been doing this for a couple of years. We walk all around the 5 boroughs of New York City. During the summer, we do a lot of storm chasing, a lot of storm walks, and we do festival walks, mixed in with all of the regular walking we do. So there's always something, there's always some neighborhood to walk through when you're on my channel. And I know it's far into the future. We don't want to talk about it right now because summer is coming. But we do Christmas, a whole month of Christmas walks, where we walk around and look at all the Christmas houses. I live in Dyker Heights, so I live in the Christmas neighborhood. I don't have to travel to it. So I tend to travel out of the neighborhood and show you all the other homes. So I get the best of both worlds. So if you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe. And thanks for being here. Alright, we're on 74th Street. Look like we're going to get back into the street when we get down there to 75th. There's some people are why I'm saying 75th Street, 69th Street. You know, when you're local in the neighborhood, we just use numbers, even though it's Bay Ridge Avenue and Bay Ridge Parkway. It's actually an easy way for the person that's watching the walk to kind of get an idea where we are. Just to keep the numbers going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get back in the street here, and now we're going to walk back to 86th Street. And I guess there we will call it a day for this one. And we got the light. Perfect. So let's get right back into it. Here we go. All right, on this stretch, we'll just keep the camera straight forward unless we want to stop and look at something. They're still setting up sometime today. I'm only teasing. They got enough. They'll probably play 5 songs, 5 sets, I guess. Well, it depends on how long the songs are. I mean, if they're like 2-minute songs, you could definitely do 30. I'll tell you, since the sun came out, it is not a lot warmer, but it is warmer. It's definitely the difference between wearing a jacket and having no jacket. Because when the sun goes in behind those clouds, the temperature really drops. This band is ahead of the other band. They're already doing sound checks. I'll tell you one thing for sure, in this street festival, you can walk without having to stop for big crowds.
Ranger, you're freaking pissing me off.
Yeah, I thought they were.
If you're wondering, I am quiet so you guys get all the sights and sounds without my voice breaking it up. That dog wants a piece of those skateboarders and the scooters. Well, are they both scooters? Yeah, they're on scooters. It looks like a skateboard with a handlebar on it, but all right, we're getting close to 86th Street. We are on 81st.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I love you no matter what, okay?
What I'll do, guys, is we'll get to 86th Street and I will take you guys down to... We'll do a little walking on 86th Street, but not much. I'll give you guys a little look at 86th Street. All right, 83rd Street. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we'll do? We'll give you guys a little look at some. To end it, we started it with a little known less traveled side streets. So we'll end it that way. All right, so we're gonna walk down 84th Street. So we'll walk down 84th. We'll go across the overpass and we'll end it over on 86th Street. There's like a little alleyway over there. So.
I was a little kid, but I remember my mother was all
All right. So, hope you guys like that Fifth Avenue, this Fifth Avenue Festival. And we're going to keep going now for some bonus walking.
She wants something less smaller.
I'm going to be honest, this stand that I showed them twice, they got the best looking food, honestly. So if you guys keep an eye on that stand, it'll be at other street festivals, I'm sure. So. All right, here we go. We are on 84th Street. Let's walk in the bike lane. Oh, you know what? Let's show you these walk-ups. I'll show you some walk-ups. Everybody loves when I show off the homes and the real estate. So here we go. So we had our first walk of the month of June. Many more. Now June and July we get into it. Really it is. Actually, the last two, we've been actually all the way since January. I didn't even take my February break. We've done more walking. We've had more views. We've had more hours watched. More subscribers up to this point than last year. So we've been busy. But we do get busy in June. May, June, and July are the busiest months. Not to say that the other months are empty. I would say November is the month where I really take a break. That's the one month that I think last year I only did like 3 walks. I took a nice break on November last year. But yeah, May, June, July. Those 3 months are big months. And then August, if you're not new to the channel, you know I usually take off for August and November. And the reason I take off August and November, August it gets really hot. And August is the dog days of summer. When you get to end of July and all of August, that's the dog days of summer. So I still do walks in August, but I tend to cut it down, maybe half. And then November, I just take, well, I like to just do very little in November because you got the holidays coming up. Everything there's a lot of family stuff going on in November. So I tend to make it very light in November. All right, guys, we are leaving Bay Ridge. We are moving into my neighborhood, Dyker Heights. This is the cross into the next neighborhood. This is officially leaving Bay Ridge. We're going to Dyker Heights. On the other side of this overpass is a street called Dyker Place. There you go. And we're going to take Dyker Place up to 86th Street, and then we're going to end it over there. There's like a little, you'll see when we get over there, there's like a little alleyway. A little pedestrian alley that kind of connects you to 86th Street. This right here is I-278. Take you to the Verrazano Bridge. And on my left, it'll take you into Manhattan and Queens. So this is Dyker Place. You can see it is a one-way street. It only goes for a few streets. It's a very small, quiet street. Runs right into the Interstate. And there's no throughway to 86th Street. As you can see in front of us, you can only go down 85th Street. And they got this little alleyway here that'll lead you to 86th Street. That's where we're going to end it. So I want to thank everybody for taking this walk on a nice, cool, windy June 1st at another street festival. Gotta wait for this car. See some of these old homes. Very old homes. One of them's actually up for sale. Some of this stonework over here looks like it needs some attention. Now this walkway actually has a name, and I can't think of it right now, but there's a sign over here, and I'll read it in a second. So I'll let you guys read it. Tina Harris Walker. I get that bird eaten out of the little bird feeder cage. And they got this American flag mural here. And this is where we're going to end it. Right on 86th Street and Dahlgren. So I hope everyone had a great walk, and I will catch you all on the next one. So from Brooklyn, take care and bye-bye.